Hello and welcome to day 5 of my vlogging challenge. I'm going to run out of hands soon, as Francis keeps reminding me. So today has been really busy with work, so I thought instead of doing a vlog as such, I would just do a tag video. Tags are really popular on YouTube, and I've been looking around over the last few days at what I could do if... Ooh, just dropped my phone. At what tags I could do if this sort of case arose where I hadn't actually got time to video all day or it wasn't appropriate to video all day. I thought I could do a tag about me, but to be honest there's so few of you watching and really there's not that much to say. So I thought I'd do a tag about something I really like. I was thinking, well, do I do a tag... Oh. So I thought, do I do a tag about my pets, my horses and my dogs, but I've kind of covered that. So I was sort of like, well, I'd like to do something a bit different, something you don't already know. So I thought I would do the Harry Potter tag. I am a massive Harry Potter fan. I don't like the films, I'm afraid. I really love the books. So question number 1, favourite book. My favourite Harry Potter book is The Prisoner of Azkaban. I just love the way that the story starts to unfold in book 3, and all the backstory starts to come up, and the whole time turner element. You think you're coming to the end of the school year and not a lot's happened, but there's still so much book to go, and that's where the time turner comes in. And yeah, I really enjoyed that book. Obviously later books are good, but they get longer, sort of, there's more continuity errors coming in, which anyone that's read them as many times as I have, you start to pick up, and it annoys you that Hermione says she can't perform a memory modification charm. In an earlier chapter she says she modified her parents' memory, but later on she says that she doesn't know how to do it, but she'll give it a go. So yeah, and there's loads of continuity errors and things where it's like, well, why don't you just do this spell? That would have got you out of that fix. But never mind. Anyway, favourite movie is question number 2. And as I say, I don't like the films because I know the book so well and the films deviate such a lot. But I think I read book 1, The Philosopher's Stone, then I saw the film, and then I hadn't got book 2, so I think again the film came out, The Chamber of Secrets, and I watched the film and thought, oh, this is quite good, and then I got all the books and I read them, and so The Chamber of Secrets was so much better than the film, the book version, and then as I say, I went on and read all the books, and so the films then became redundant really. And yeah, I'm just not keen on them. So my least favourite book, I can't say it's The Philosopher's Stone because that's the first one, it's setting the scene, but obviously it's the most basic book. However, I think least favourite book could possibly be The Order of the Phoenix. It's a great book, it's a great pivotal moment in the story, but Harry is just so annoying. He's just so childish and petty and whiny, and it just really irritates me. So maybe that's my least favourite book, but really I love them all. You need all of them to really enjoy the story. So question number 4, part of the book / movie that would make you cry. None of it. I'm not that way inclined, to be honest. So no, I don't think anything would make me cry in it. I think possibly if I was younger, it probably would be when one of the Weasley brothers dies. Oh crumbs, I can't remember which one dies. George or Fred? Fred dies. I think it's Fred that dies. Comment below if I'm wrong, but I'm not going to look it up. Sorry, I do know these books very well, but Fred and George are always just a bit of a double act, and you forget who exactly does which part. So, next question. If you could hook up with any Harry Potter character, who would it be? Well, let's put it this way. If it was in the books, then I think it would have to be Bill or Charlie. I'm just a little bit older, and so yeah, I'd probably like to meet Bill or Charlie and learn about Gringotts and dragons. So yeah, they're probably the most attractive to me. If I was looking at the actual characters played in the film and how they look today, I certainly can't deny that the lad that played Neville Longbottom is quite a lot more attractive than he was when he was in the film. But hey, everyone generally gets more attractive as they get a bit older. So I hope it's right that I can say that. So anyway, the next question is my favourite character. I have lots of favourite characters. I go through love and hate relationships with them as we go through the books. Hermione, obviously, she's always lovely. Sadly, I'm not keen on Hermione in the films. Emily Watson, I think your acting is really obviously coming on. I hope that sounds so patronising. So I think Emily in the films, you make Hermione quite painful to watch, or certainly for me you do. So I find her quite irritating in the films. Favourite character though, I couldn't say. I really like all of them for different reasons. Like the house elves, you've got to love Dobby. I don't like Harry that much as a character. As I say, in the Order of the Phoenix, he was particularly whiny, and he generally is, to be honest. So I think, just off the top of my head, first one that springs to mind probably would be Ron. Really like Ron, and I think Rupert Grint, awesome Ron in the films. So the next question is, what would my Patronus be? If I was able to perform the Patronus charm, my Patronus, what form would it take? Well, I don't know, a pastel terrier or a horse? I think actually it'd probably be my horse. She's a horrible beast at times, but people say that their pets are like their owners. I don't think I'm a horrible beast at times, but I like to think that we both have good hearts. We're quite, we're quite determined creatures. So anyway, I think it would be my horse Anna. So moving on. So if you could have a resurrection stone, an invisibility cloak, or an elder wand, which one would you choose? I've thought about this when reading the books, and when they discuss it, Harry, Ron and Hermione, I've often thought, oh, which one would I choose? And I definitely wouldn't choose the resurrection stone. I don't want to bring people back from the dead. It's just not something that I would consider. And as for the elder wand, I'm not a confrontational person. I wouldn't want to be battling with people all the time, so it really would be the invisibility cloak. That's not because I want to hide away, but I think, like in the books, it was the thing that kept you safe, and people only knew about it if you wanted to share it with them. So what house would I be in if I was at Hogwarts? Obviously Gryffindor. I have done the Facebook "what house would you be in" test, and it said Gryffindor, so I'm obviously a Gryffindor. No more to be said on that. If you could meet any member of the cast, which would it be? Ooh, that's a hard one actually. Because I didn't really like the film, so I'm not really that bothered. I always think that all the actors are really well chosen for each part. Certainly like Professor Lupin, he was perfect. And Hagrid, obviously Robbie Coltrane, fantastic. The one I've always really battled with, that I've been unhappy about, is Dumbledore, Albus Dumbledore. So the chap that played him originally, perfect, but he died. and I can't remember his name. As I say, the films aren't something I'm mad about. So then the second actor that took on the Dumbledore role is an Irishman, and he does keep reverting into an Irish accent, which is irritating because he's got a nondescript accent and then he goes into Irish. And I think Dumbledore, to me, should always have a West Country accent. But then I suppose Hagrid does. So, yeah, Dumbledore, the second actor that played Dumbledore, irritates me, and I really wish it had been Ian McKellen, who played Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. He, in my mind, is Dumbledore. Whether it's because he's played a wizard before, I don't know, but he's got that grandeur, that presence, and I really wish they'd have cast him. Maybe after being Gandalf. He couldn't be Dumbledore as well because you get them mixed up. I don't know. So yeah, I don't have a favourite character, but those are my opinions on the actors that played the characters. And yes, Emily Watson, I didn't enjoy the way you played Hermione, but you are Hermione. You are what she is in the book. So anyway, moving on. Have you played any of the video games? No, I'm not a video game player anymore. I was when I was younger. We had a PlayStation, but no, I'm not interested in video games, so that is a no. If you were on the Quidditch team, which position would you play? I'm not massively sporty, but at school I used to enjoy netball and always played goalkeeper. However, I didn't particularly enjoy that role because I wasn't that aggressive to scare people off scoring goals. So I always actually like wing attack. But I think I'd probably want to be a chaser. And so I could zoom around, catching the quaffle, trying to score the goals, or at least enabling one of my other chasers to score the goals. So I think that would be it for me. I wouldn't want to be a beater. As I say, I'm not aggressive, I'm not butch, hugely strong or fierce, so that wouldn't be for me. As for being a seeker, I don't know, maybe I'd be a bit like Ginny. I'd start off as a chaser and then try my hand at seeking. I like to think that I'm quite determined, like I ride my horse, and zooming around looking for the tiny little snitch could be quite a fun one actually. So maybe yes, I'd be like Ginny. I'd start off as a chaser and I'd progress to a seeker when Harry got kicked off the team because he was naughty. So yeah, maybe that's how I would go. Were you happy with the ending? I'm really happy they did an epilogue at the end to sum it up a little bit. So that was good. But with regards to the ending, it was all right. I don't know how else it could have ended better. It certainly could have ended in many worse ways. But the ending was all right, yeah, it wasn't bad. I can imagine that after so many years, J.K. Rowling found it really hard to actually wrap it up, tie up loose ends and such. I would love it if there was another book, maybe about the original Order of the Phoenix, or even Hogwarts: A History. Do a book, create a book about that, because there's so many things that happened way in the past. Dumbledore and Grindelwald, Nicholas Flamel, and the Goblin rebellions, and all those things. They could, J.K. Rowling could perhaps create a book about Hogwarts: A History. I would certainly be interested in it. I would be disappointed though if it was just a bit of a something and nothing book, after she put so much effort into the others. Last question then. How much does Harry Potter mean to you? Harry Potter as a person, not a lot. The books, I will read them for the rest of my life. I always revisit them when I've got time. It's a book I go to. I think there's a security in the fact I know what's coming next. But there's also the excitement that I might suddenly stumble across a little snippet of information that just sort of passes you by, and then it will connect to something later on which reveals a whole new way of looking at Harry Potter. That was the thing when we were waiting for the last two books. I and you find out about RAB. Harry Potter and Dumbledore go to the cave and find the locket, and inside is the note saying RAB. I then was like, oh gosh, we've got to wait for the next book a couple of years or something. I'm going to do a bit of digging around and see what I can work out, and see if I can find out anything about the books that are to come. And by googling the Black Family Tree, quite quickly you were able to realise that RAB was going to be Regulus Arcturus Black. And looking at the family tree, it's really fascinating how all the different lines come in together. Yeah, I know this is sad, but hey, I just wanted to do anything from the moment that Dumbledore dies to the release of the next book to try and work out how the story might go, or any like magical things. So I even bought a couple of the books of how is Harry Potter going to end and what will be next, etc., and looked at lots of theories about the next books and where J.K. Rowling was going to take us. So yes, rather sad, because that was in my late 20s when I was doing this, but hey, it's nice when a book captures your imagination so much, and yeah, I love that fantasy type thing. So those are my answers to the Harry Potter tag. So obviously do this tag as well if you're interested. It's quite an old one, so maybe the time has come where no one thinks about Harry Potter anymore, but it's something I like, so I thought I'd share my interest in Harry Potter with you. So that's that. If you want to know anything else about other books that I particularly enjoy, I might do a video on that shortly. Maybe the last 5 books I've read. Maybe I'll just give you a little bit of an insight into what I think of those. So yeah, maybe on a day when I'm really busy again, I'll do a quick video like this. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. By all means, comment. As I say, nice comments, horrible comments, I don't really mind. I'll just take it on the chin. So yes, please feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you again. Bye.